Viewers, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are welcome to this lecture series, lecture cascade series that we started last week. If you remember last time, in our previous clips, we talked about carbohydrate metabolism, sugar utilization, and the consequences therein. And we also offered advices to you. And we also promised that we'll be coming back to continue our cascade with vitamins and the other food types. Today we are going to be talking about vitamins, and we need to define what vitamin is or what vitamins are. Vitamin is vitamins are small organic compounds that are actually required in small quantities by the system, by the body. And they are required because we cannot, or our body cannot synthesize or form them in vivo. So it's required that we take them in our diets in small quantities. And the absence or deficiency of these vitamins bring about, health problems associated with their deficiency specific to themselves or to them. On this note, before we delve further, deeper into the discussion, I would like to tell us that we have two different classes of vitamins. We have what is called fat-soluble vitamins and we have the water-soluble vitamins. The fat-soluble vitamins are the vitamins that are actually stored in the system in the fatty tissues. That's why they are called fat-soluble. And they are not excreted. So once the body or once somebody or someone takes them or consumes them in our diet or in his diet, I mean, the quantity that is required is being taken and utilized by the body, and the remaining is not excreted, is now stored in the fatty tissue. While the water-soluble vitamins are those vitamins that can be, excreted in the urine, they are never stored. They are not stored. So the body takes what it needs and then excretes the part that is not needed or the quantity that is not needed. And these are mostly the B complex vitamins together with vitamin C, while the fat-soluble vitamins are the vitamins A, D, E, and K. So we are going to be taking, or we'll be taking each one of these vitamins. We'll be starting with the water-soluble vitamin and explain each one of them in the next few minutes. Now let's start with vitamin B1. Vitamin B1, in other words, is called thiamine mononitrate or thiamine pyrophosphate. It is actually a vitamin that is very much associated with energy production. Somebody may ask how. Because in our previous lecture, in our previous discussion on energy production from carbohydrate or glucose metabolism, we mentioned that enzymes are required in each of the enzymatic steps that converts a particular substrate or compound to the next level until energy is produced. But these enzymes, in most cases, cannot function all alone. They are actually triggered or helped or assisted with the association of coenzymes. And some of these coenzymes are actually vitamins. Like vitamin B1 is a coenzyme in the production of energy in the metabolic process or the glycolytic process of glucose metabolism. So its deficiency will now impair or will now block or will not facilitate in the production of energy. Once it is deficient, it cannot now help the enzymes that are on that pathway. So the energy production, that is the conversion of one substrate of on that pathway, either glucose converting to, for example, glucose 6-phosphate or to glucose 1,6-diphosphate, or the isomerization of the glucose structure into, formation of fructose and subsequently forming the energy as explained, the process will not be complete, will not be completed because vitamin B1 is part of the coenzymes required in this process. So for this reason, central nervous system that requires energy for coordination, our brain and other parts of the body requiring energy will not have sufficient supply of energy. And for that reason, what happens? There will be problems associated with this. And one of the notable problems is the disease called beriberi, which the doctors are very much, aware of, they know, and there are so many patients, having problems and concern with this issue. So where do we get supplement of vitamin B1? We can get them in liver, green vegetables, in nuts, and in milk, cereals, in yeast, and so many of them. So as mentioned, it can bring problem of beriberi and peripheral nerve damage. That is vitamin B1. So we will be talking next on vitamin B2, which is called riboflavin. Riboflavin is vitamin B2, and this vitamin is found in soybeans, in green vegetables, eggs, milk, liver, and kidney. And so, what does this vitamin do? What does it do? This vitamin is also a coenzyme, like I mentioned. Vitamin B1 is also a coenzyme. This one is also a coenzyme in the mononucleotide uh, redox reaction, that is reduction oxidation reaction, functioning as what? As flavin mononucleotide or flavin dinucleotide. So the absence of these vitamins in the body when we don't have it, because it has to be taken, just like I said, as a supplement in our food. If it is not available, there will be problems associated with this as what? As we have callosis, lesion of the corner of the mouth, lips, and tongue. So we will have a problem of, ulceration of the mouth. We have lesions, ulceration of the lips, and problems associated with so many things around the mouth area. So one that is experiencing that, especially people that are above 50 years. Once you are 50 years, you'll be experiencing this kind of problem. So one is supposed to, or we are supposed to have a good supplement of vitamin B2 riboflavin in our meals. So we'll now be talking about niacin, that is nicotinamide, or vitamin B3. It's found in cereals, green vegetables, liver, and kidney also. This is also functioning as a coenzyme as nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. So its a deficiency causes pellagra, and dermatitis. So deficiency of these vitamins can cause pellagra. The doctors are very much aware of this problem. And so we are supposed to also, as mentioned earlier at the beginning of this lecture, we are supposed to be having adequate quantity of these vitamins as required in our dietary allowances as required. So we also have in the B complex vitamins, we have vitamin B6, which is called pyridoxine, pyridoxal phosphate. This pyridoxine is found in mushrooms, in avocado pear, in egg yolk, sunflower oil, and also its deficiency, brings about inadequate growth in humans. So if somebody does not have enough of these vitamins, even children that are supposed to have, adequate growth, will now experience, inadequate bone formation and inadequate growth. So the deficiency of this vitamin presents this problem, and so part of the coenzyme A in carbohydrate, protein, and fat metabolism. That is what pyridoxine does. So it's a coenzyme also in amino acid metabolism, formation of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is actually the constituent, the main constituent of the RBC, red blood cells. So in the formation of hemoglobin, we need vitamin B12. We are going to be talking about it, folic acid, and also iron. Iron is elemental ferrous iron or elemental ferric iron, iron 2 iron or iron 3 iron. So vitamin B6 pyridoxine is also a coenzyme in amino acid metabolism in the formation of hemoglobin, as just explained. So you also have vitamin B9, which is called folic acid. Folic acid or folacin is very, very important as a constituent of hemoglobin, or I mean red blood cells. Without folic acid, there could be problems associated with lysis, that is hemolysis, breakdown of the cell membrane of the red blood cells, because it functions in the fortification of the RBC wall structure. So the absence of folic acid or deficiency of folic acid brings about megaloblastic anemia, which brings about discharge of the content of the red blood cells. So where do we get folic acid? We get folic acid from egg, from meat, from beans, from leafy vegetables, and from cereals, and also from yeast. So the next one is vitamin C or ascorbic acid. Vitamin C deficiency brings about scurvy, that's bleeding of the gums in the mouth. So it's also a coenzyme in antioxidant building and also in the building of collagen. So where do we get vitamin C from? In fruits, in oranges, in lemon, in tomatoes, and also in leafy vegetables. In the next video, we'll be talking about vitamin D, cholecalciferol, and then we also go in and talk about vitamin A, D, E, and K, or the fat-soluble vitamins. Thank you for listening, and then we go to the next.